Anyway, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 15 of Dorks Down Under.
Oh, I'm eating pippies. I really like them.
You
I
are
didn't press
constantly
record.
snacking. I mean, okay, I'm constantly drinking on this podcast, but you're constantly snacking. Have you realised that?
Dorks Down Under.
Okay, I'm recording now.
Now you're recording now? I've already been recording, it's fine. But anyway, welcome ladies and gentlemen to episode 14 of Dorks Down Under. I'm Jordan here, and we're joined by all the way in Australia by our friend Dez.
The man that seems to be mukbanging during this podcast because I'm always snacking.
Always snacking you. Right, anyway.
These corn chips are gluten-free. They're lightly salted. They're, what are they? They're Australian corn, and they're freshly stone ground just for these corn chips.
Oh, lovely. Fabulous.
And they're a $5, and I'm kind of obsessed.
Right, well, I'm about to say, at least you're getting snacks. I'm still constantly hungry at the moment, but I keep yo-yoing at 1:32 at the moment. It's annoying.
Oh.
But I know it's just my body's probably at that stage where whether it wants to go any further or not. So I just know just to stay the course, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, but you got to remember too, is I haven't had lunch, so this is kind of my lunch.
Oh well, yeah, no,
but
that's understandable.
Yeah, no,
but anyway,
yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on to episode 14. If you do enjoy listening to us,
15.
Sorry,
you said 15 like 8 seconds ago.
Did I? I don't know which one I'm on, Des.
I don't know.
Are you sure we're on 15? Yeah, we are on 15. Anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you do enjoy listening to our ramblings, you can certainly find us on our YouTube channel, as well as all the good places for podcasts, such as Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. So, thank you very much. Yes. If you can like, share, subscribe, let us know what your thoughts and feelings are on the topics we discuss on the episode. That's always helpful. And for this one, I actually want to discuss Pokemon.
Oh, God.
Right, okay, mainly because, one, obviously, as fellow listeners of the podcast will have heard, me and Des are a bit obsessed with playing Pokemon Go.
Well, I wasn't. Somebody made me and forced me and threatened me with death.
I just needed a quick person just to jump on and help me while I was in person with someone else. So that's all I needed. And ever since then, after that, everything else is your fault, pal. All right?
Yeah, I know. But I'm still blaming you because it's fun. But yeah, I didn't even realize you could trade and do things like that until you went, can you hop on and get some stuff and then help me? So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it is good. But yeah, obviously I want to discuss the new Pokemon game. Because it came out on Friday. I've started playing it. And it's not that I want to discuss the game per se, because there's thousands of people online who are far more knowledgeable about Pokemon and have been playing it non-stop, and they've played all the generations. The last Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Yellow, which I feel like it. Yeah, it's not quite but Pokemon Go is not the same as playing a Pokemon game. And, so Pokemon Yellow, I'm sure, will date me in some way, and people will go, oh my God.
Yeah, I know. And then I sit here and go, that could have been 2 years ago, and I wouldn't know any different.
No, we're talking like since I was a teen sort of thing. So, we're talking a long time
ago. Jesus Christ.
Now, obviously, okay, as I said, I'm not going to do a deep dive, but obviously, do I think that this new game's a good one to get back in? Yes. Okay. Been enjoying it personally. The one big issue I have is that there's a load of new stuff that I don't get. There's things called nature. Apparently nature matters. And I'm like... Because someone said, you've got to be careful with which Pokemon you select to power up, because the nature is obviously going to give it a debuff. And I'm like, what the hell's a nature? Because that's all my immediate thought was. I was like, okay, I'm looking for a move set. No, there's no nature move. It means it's part of its like type-based stat. And like one of my Pokemon's has a mild nature. I have no idea what any of this does. I found out that there's a chart online you can look at. It doesn't even tell you in the game. You got to go online and find a chart, and it says, it's got better special attack and special defense though over physical. And it's like, oh my God, I can't be bothered. But anyway, that's not my big gripe about this game. The big gripe about this game is unfinished. It is not polished.
Oh really?
Oh my God. It is so. I mean, I get what they were trying to do because obviously Pokemon Legends of Arceus came out, and I got that, and that was really good, very well polished. I haven't found well. There was one fault with it, which was you going through. I was going through the main story quest, and as I was flying around, I spotted a legendary, flew down, got it, job done, happy days.
Hashtag winning at last.
Hashtag winning. Not realizing that you're meant to start the encounter outside of the area because I was flying around from above and flew down to it rather than doing the quest line. So there's this quest line you couldn't complete, and until they patched it and they went, yeah, that's kind of our bad. We're sorry about that, you know. So that's
what if you fly down and just get this thing?
Oh yeah, so you're just flying around. You know, you're just doing the usual. You're traveling from point A to point B, keeping an eye out for or listening for sounds for the shiny sound. It does this little, you know, little noise. So you're just constantly flying around, and the second you hear that noise, you stop what you're doing and quickly look down to see it, and then sort of circle and try and figure out which one is the shiny. But anyway, as I was going along, suddenly in this previous zone we've been in, it was Cresselia, the moon legendary, and she was sort of, you know, she's just sort of sat there, and I recognised the shape. I'm like, oh, it's a legendary. I'll fly down, got it, no problem. And then as I'm walking out the cave, rather than because obviously it's hard to just fly out, suddenly realise that there's a quest thing. Great quest. Oh, go catch Cresselia. Oh, well. I already have. Nope, can't do it. You got to go in and catch it for it to work. And so they had to patch it and go, yeah, we do apologize.
So there was no respawn or anything like that?
No, not a respawn. It is literally you've got to go in. You're meant to get the quest, go in, catch it, come out. Whereas there was this big glitch that everyone discovered and went, okay, so what I can't complete this quest then and do all this jazz. Because you get a tablet for it to do it, and you need these tablets for the end boss anyway. But anyway, so it got patched. But to be fair, this new game it's got really like obviously I went into the school like because as you're going through the tutorial bit, you got to go to the school.
Yes.
And you walk in, and they're doing the classroom, and literally it's like there was like 3 characters out of this class of 30 kids that are actually properly animated. All the rest of them are doing. And it's like, oh my god, this is terrifying.
Jesus.
And then I'm not the only one. Like, people have found glitches where they've fallen through the world map. They've gotten while they're on the big riding Pokemon going around, they get stuck on something and can't get off.
This is the one that you told me that I should get, so I can swap things with you.
Yes.
And I'm just going to be listening to these kids going.
It was strange. It was as I said, it's literally like I don't know who the QA testers were for this game, but it's like they phoned it in and just maybe did 5 minutes and went, oh yeah, it works, it's good.
It's kind of like they must have done it on Australian internet. Like, you know how sometimes when we film this and you get that thing where Derek's just sitting there staring into space like a weirdo, or I just start going.
Yeah, it's buffering.
That's what I feel like.
But yeah,
yep, that's what it is.
I mean, I don't think I haven't played a game recently that's had as. I mean, I'm sure you probably have, but I haven't played a game that's kind of come out and it still feels unfinished. Like,
I've heard of a lot.
Not unfinished in terms of it's going to be DLC. You know, it's like it just kind of feels like we just need to get it out, and it's like
I don't play as many games, but there have been a few that have come out. Like, obviously the biggest one you can probably think of is bloody Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, even now, like I've seen people streaming it now, and though it's a lot better, it's still not 100%.
Yeah, that was one with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. And then when they first brought that out, it was janky as hell, like to the point where there were people that just couldn't play it. And it was like, even now I see, like, for example, like Duty, who I brought up a lot on the stream, he actually decided to start streaming and streamed it. And you could see, like, as he said, he goes, on my screen it's perfect. But then when he goes onto his streaming rig, you could feel it, and it was like jittering, and it was tearing, and there was all these things. And he's like, yeah. And I said that on it, it actually says that if you're streaming this, you need to have either 2 computers or need to have it set at X or Y because of how crazy, how much.
If you want to stream this game, you just need a complete whole new setup, just for our game, God forbid. I mean, it was just mind-boggling because, no offense, I mean, okay, when things like Cyberpunk, obviously that's been pushed out by, I think that's Activision, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was. I know it wasn't Blizzard, but they pushed that out, and obviously, like when the Fallout, some of the older Fallout, some of the newer Fallout series, when they had things go wrong as well. Again, it's because Xbox or PlayStation are pushing and say this has to go out. And it's like, oh no, but it's not quite right. It doesn't matter. It's going out. We've got a date, and it's like it doesn't matter. And then suddenly you load it up, and you go speak to a character, and his mouth and eyes are there, and the head's disappeared. And it's like,
I was going to say, as somebody that grew up watching a lot of Hong Kong cinema that was dubbed, I feel it. Like that's what it felt like, and it does. And also, Project Red, CD Project Red are the ones that do Cyberpunk. I think they also did Witcher and stuff as well.
oh, okay.
They're a Polish team.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just one of those. I just literally, don't get me wrong, I might enjoy playing it. Yes, like some of the features are really good. Like, obviously, from back in the day, I had to do, if you wanted to level up your Pokemon, you had to fight every single Pokemon you could, and it got a little bit tedious. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna deny it. It was boring as shit. Okay, no, nobody liked doing it. Whereas on this one, you have an auto battle feature. So it's like, whichever your first Pokemon in the party, great, you send it out. And then you say, oh, point it in the rough direction you want to go and click it. And it goes and runs off and fights whatever Pokemon's in that direction. It's like, great.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like fabulous. And it levels up. It can't evolve. What is it? It said it can't evolve. It can't learn new moves, but it gains whatever moves it would learn at whatever level. It basically goes into the move pool. So you just got to go and jig it afterwards. But it's like I like last night I got up to, where did I get up to last night? Because like Friday night I was out on a Christmas do, so I only got like an hour worth of, like barely an hour's worth of play. I really, honestly, I could have skipped the entire Christmas do and sat there and played it all day. I really.
Your Christmas do or was it Elle's?
Oh no, it was my Christmas do. Yeah.
And you hated it?
Oh no. Had a great night. I was mullered yesterday. I'll tell you now. It's a good job we weren't recording this yesterday, but I was no good to no one yesterday at all. It was so bad. But yeah, that's what I get for getting my ass in at 1:30 in the morning after copious amounts. Although I did drop a kilo from it. It's because I didn't eat. I had our meal. So we had a 3-course dinner at Sky City, which was lovely, absolutely fabulous meal. And then of course I drank low carb alcohol all night, and then moved on to rum, because rum is only 60 calories with Diet Coke. Sweet, happy days. and then proceed, and then literally I think I had like 3 hot chips off because someone bought some food for the table, and I had 3 hot chips on the table, and then I think I ended up getting a kebab at about 1 in the morning.
That's dangerous.
That 1 a.m. kebab that you shouldn't have, but everybody does. Yeah. I had that kebab, and it was bloody good. I'll tell you now, it was delicious. But yeah, and he was like, "How could you eat that?" And I said, "Because I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving." So I'm amazed I got to this.
How did you have a 3-course meal and a kebab, and you ate nothing?
Oh well, it's like I didn't have breakfast because I wasn't hungry for breakfast on Friday, and then lunch. The lunch that was booked was 2:00. So by the time, and then we got to the first bar at 4. So I'm still digesting. So by the time dinner's rolled around, I'm still not hungry because I'm still digesting a 3-course meal.
So does that count towards your breakfast for the next day? Saying that it was in the.
I did put it on the breakfast on the next day. I did. I logged all my alcohol. I logged it all. I was so good. I did it very well. But yeah, as I said, I was a bit worse for wear yesterday. Obviously due to copious amounts of drink, but these things happen. But anyway, so the new auto battle feature on Pokemon, definitely awesome. That was quite good. Like I just leveled up a team for they call themselves Team Star. They're essentially Team Rocket. I'm calling them Team Rocket. It's Team Rocket. Okay.
New Team Rocket.
Yeah, they're new Team Rocket. I don't care about Team Galaxy, Team Land, Team Sea, Team whatever. It's Team Rocket. Can we all just call it Team Rocket? We all know.
Even I know Team Rocket. Like even I know them. They're the bad guys.
They're the bad guys of this series called Team Star, but they're Team Rocket for the purposes of what I'm going to do. But basically, I did it last night and couldn't do it. And this morning I was like, right, great. I'm just going to select all my things that are great against fire types, and then just do this auto battler because I can't be bothered. And literally, and it just ranked them up in like space of.
So what
30
happens?
minutes.
Does that mean you can log on in the morning, set all these things to auto battle, and then just walk away and come home?
No. So you've got to. So it's only one Pokemon can come out of the ball to auto battle. So it's basically this game, in comparison to the older games, this one's open world. So you don't have to fight in any of the gyms in any particular order if you don't want. But they haven't scaled it. What I think they should have done, because what they should have done is, because when they said it open world, great. What they should have done is they should have some smart piece of AI or programming put in it so that it could go to any gym and it would say, all right, he's already got 3 badges, so this gym leader needs to have at least 3 Pokemon. He's this certain type, that's fine. Randomly select, give it an appropriate level, job done. That would be great, wouldn't it? But no, this one they've said, oh, it's all open world, go fight it how you want. But like, you can't go fight like the ice dude because the ice dude's level 60. So it's like, okay, so I like how you tell me go fight however you want, but realistically, if you want to kick the gym's butt, you gotta do it in a certain order, realistically. But you know,
but I mean that's all right. But I also think though, if you go out and screw around and level up a whole heap, it means you may be able to do them slightly out of order. Or...
Oh yeah, you could. Oh no, with this or
that being said though, you could literally just go, okay, Pokemon Jeebus, you go to this guy and kill that.
Yeah.
And then every morning you just attack a new gym and you just do it in enough things. And I think it'd be boring because you wouldn't actually play.
Yeah. Oh no. So gym battle. It's only as you're free roaming the world, you can send out your Pokemon to fight. But basically, I think it works based on types. So if I think regardless of what the Pokemon level is, if for example I have a. I'm trying to think of an appropriate Pokemon that you'll know. Let's just say, use old examples. Right, so say I've got a Bulbasaur that's level 40, right? Through auto battling. It's level 40, fabulous, great. Say it goes up against a level 5 Goldeen or Magikarp or Tentacool. It will lose because it's water versus grass and it loses, regardless of level. Hello all, Editor Jordan here. Obviously, that type matchup is completely wrong. Obviously, what I was meant to say is if you went up against a fire type or a poison type, it would utterly destroy it. So anyway, back to the podcast. So it's kind of... Yeah, and it's so you've got to kind of work around it. It's so weird a little bit. But it's good. As I said, it is good, but it's so strange at the same time. But yeah. But no. So yeah, so the auto leveling is quite good. And it also... Instead of they've the other thing they've stole from Arceus was a team XP share. So for every fight, everyone in the team gets a bit of XP, which is quite good. So it means rather than having to have like back in the day before you got EXP share item, you had to sort of send out this Pokemon, quickly switch out. You know, so you would share the XP. That's the only way you could level up a Pokemon quickly. Whereas in this one, literally, you just stick it anywhere in the party, go have a fight, and he goes, oh, right, and I'll give you a portion. Here's your portion.
Oh, that's alright.
So, which is quite good. It just means then you can go fight. You can have, like, one strong dude, fill up your bar, fill up all the other slots with weaklings.
Yeah.
And then it's off to the races you go. Fabulous.
Oh, that's not too bad then. Like, that's alright.
Yeah, so I don't mind it, but yeah. But no, it's... It's really funny with the new starters because we got obviously grass, water, and fire, and everyone's commenting how like the grass one, it's a grass cat. It has quite a nice face, and everyone says it looks perfect and all this jazz.
Oh my
and then
God.
the water one's a duck who's constantly swishing his hair and looks really cool and suave.
What?
And then the fire Pokemon just has these very big eyes, and I keep seeing TikToks of people saying, "Oh, dear Lord, there's nothing behind those eyes, is there, dear?" Because it just looks at you like all the time. People keep putting on TikTok today. It's been hilarious with like, if you want to find yourself a man who looks like Coco, looks at its trainer. That's the man you want.
Oh my God.
It's so stupid, but it's been tickling me all day. But yeah. But the new starter, everyone's been a bit funny with the new starters. I've gone with the fire because I always go with the fire starter. I tend to do. Anyway.
The one with the dead eyes.
What? He looks so cute and dumb. He looks right up my alley.
I was gonna say that. Wait, you should get a Pokemon that looks like me. God.
Yeah, I was about to say. Hang on. I don't know if you've seen it. Let me. Coco. Here we go. I'm gonna send you the image. Here we go. Here's the one of all the starters. We'll send that one. That is a good one. Copy image, and put it into there.
Into Discord because then I can't see it, and then I'll be like, damn it.
That's a good point. You can't see Discord. I'll send it in Messenger.
Because if I do, what's going to happen is you're going to like see a whole heap about chat.
Yeah, hang on. I've got it. I'm here.
He's like, we got there in the end.
We get there in the end. Right. There you go. You can see the little 3 cuties right there.
Oh my god.
You see why everyone bullying us fire starter types?
They're weird. That being said, though, I don't know a lot about Pokemon, so that probably doesn't help, but they're just weird looking.
What do you mean?
Like the duck I kind of think the duck looks cool.
Cat, duck, and a pepper is what we've got.
Yeah. But yeah, that fire type looks a bit derpy.
It does, and that's the thing that everyone's been picking on, saying, yeah, there's nothing behind those eyes. He's just cold and dead and lifeless inside. But yeah, it's just so stupid and daft. My son's been excited. In fact, right now he's playing on Pokemon because I said I would allow him to start playing it. So he's
I'm still so tempted to get a Switch. It's one of those consoles that I wouldn't mind because I can kind of lie in bed and play it.
I have to say, because it's really funny, because back in the UK, before I moved from the UK, I had an Xbox. Now, I didn't get a lot of time to play the Xbox, but I did enjoy playing on an Xbox. You know, it's quite good, being able to sit down, console, controller, just, enjoy yourself. And I kind of said to myself, I'll get one here, but when we got here, I was like, oh, well, maybe we'll get a Switch because it's more age appropriate.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
And it is, and it's easier for travel and stuff like.
Yeah, and that's kind of.
I couldn't even come to Tassie. I would have bought mine on the plane and stuff and played it had we bought it there.
Yeah, and that's that's what we did. We brought the Switch with us, and it's great because it's it's got the games loaded up. You can have the apps with YouTube and Netflix and everything else on it as well. So it's kind of like a mini tablet, realistically. But but it can play proper video games, which is quite good.
So the thing that kills me about Xbox and PlayStation, well, I haven't had a PlayStation since I literally bought a PlayStation 2, just because when I was living with Megs, one of our friends came down, bought his PlayStation 2, and we played Guitar Hero for literally like 8 hours, 9 hours, and I loved it. And I literally went to JB Hi-Fi the next day. No, I went to EB Games the next day and just went, do you have a PlayStation 2 and Guitar Hero? He's like, yeah, we've got this, we've got these. We've actually got the 6 games or the 5 games, or however many there was. And it was like $200. I was like, sold.
Oh.
And I literally had it plugged in just for that. But what I'm finding so hard about the Xbox is every time you turn it on, I've got to do like a 4.5 gig to 8 gig install file. And with Australian internet being as crappy as it is, you're like,
yeah.
Or then you start a game and the game has a bloody install and you're like, piss off, like seriously. And then because a lot of the games that I've got aren't with disc, I got them from like obviously 2K and Ubisoft and stuff like that. Things that obviously you type in the code and then it downloads. If they're not installed or if they haven't been played in a while, I may have to reinstall them. And I'm like, and they're like 100 gig, 50 to 100 gigs, and I'm like. And that's the thing that killed me. Like in the new house, I feel like I'm going to like plug mine in and play it more. But just at the moment, I'm like, we don't have room upstairs to put it. If I plug it in here, I feel like every time I switch it on, it's like, oh, you got to update it for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
But then the weird thing is if I go fine, I'll run that and then I'll just turn my computer on. I'll play on my computer. Every now and again, it gets to a point where it's like, oh, we haven't felt action in a while, and then just kind of dies. And just turns off and stops downloading. I'm like,
yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, I mean that's the one thing I do hate. I mean it's so funny, isn't it? I mean it's. I feel like I'm gonna feel like an old granddad now saying this, but it's like obviously back in the day, you used to buy a cartridge and slot it in. The entire game's there. It works.
Oh no!
It
loads.
loads.
No, bro, my game's not working.
Yeah.
Plug it back in. Oh, it's done. Sorted.
Have you? Oh my god! Right. I assume you've watched Robot Chicken before, right?
I've seen a few episodes.
Seen a few episodes. Yes. There was one skit that they did on, because obviously it's such a skit show. They do little bits, and one of them. Oh my god! I'm just gonna compose myself for a minute. So the one of the skits I always remember about old consoles on it that they talk about is a new cartridge. The guy's playing. I think it looks like an old SNES or a 64. And he's like, and he brings a new game, and he runs, and his mum shouts for him, so the kid runs out the room, and the other games go, dude, oh my god, you're the new game. And he went, yeah, I can't wait to be able to play. He went, slip a pin a little. What? Slip a pin a little. Why? He said, trust us, you'll love it. And so of course he does, and then the kid comes back and tries to plug it in, it doesn't work, so he pulls it out, and he goes, and he's like, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, oh my god, I can't unsee this now. It's like, because the amount of times you end up doing it as a kid. Oh, game's not working. Oh, hang on. We didn't have we weren't using compressed air tins or none of that jazz.
Yeah.
No. What's wrong with your saliva-filled mouth?
Mate, I've got this bad boy.
Look at you with your what's that thing? Is that a head?
Hang on, let me. I've still got the thing on because I only just bought it. Because I found myself going through compressed air.
Yeah. How powerful is it? Is it quite good? In comparison to the tin of compressed air.
Well, this has. So here's my best Amazon thing. This little bad boy here. So you can get one that just has like a thinner lid. So it's got like 5 different attachments. This is the one that I use because when I'm doing inside my computer, sometimes it's easier to actually dust it to get some of the dust off. But it has 3 speeds. It's USB 3, and it's pretty powerful. Like to the point where I do have one can of compressed air that I has had for a while, and I've stopped using it. And I got this. So I had another one, but it died when it took a tumble off my desk onto the concrete, and then just kind of went boom. And then I'm like, oh, that's all right. I should be able to pull it apart and put it back together. No, the little board inside had died. So then I end up buying this, and this one actually has lights in it. It's got 3 speeds. It has like a little thing to tickle my face.
Fabulous. Right. Well, I'll tell one. I'm going to have to put a pause on the podcast for a minute. I'm sure you can talk about something in the meantime while I'm gone. I'm just going to get the charcoal into the smoker because I'm smoking a roast lamb's leg today.
How long are you going for?
2 minutes. I've already started the charcoal. I'm going to pour it in and then put the wood in and put the meat in. I'm literally going to be like 5 minutes, if that.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to talk on your own, or do you just want to pause it for a minute?
I don't mind. Now that Jordan's gone, and hopefully he's not editing this week, so now we can say all these horrible things about him. But I must say, one thing that if you guys are like me and like Borderlands 2, this isn't a sale or anything like this. I was actually on Steam yesterday because I've just got a new hard drive, and I was re-downloading all my games and stuff onto this new M.2. Thank you, Kingston, for supplying that to me. But I saw Borderlands 2 for $6.94, and I was like, fantastic. But for $21, you can get all the DLCs, all the additional people. It's valued, according to it, it's valued at $242, which I'm like, no one would pay that. But I got it for $21. So it's 94% off. So if you like Borderlands, buy everything, and it's like $21. Well worth it, I must say. Now back to Chippies.
Anyway, we're back. So
we had a little charcoal break for everybody.
Well, we say we've had a charcoal break. My charcoal stopped. So I've been sat here thinking what I saw was smoke, and obviously it must have been dew or rain evaporating. Anyway, I've got it restarted.
This is going to be the podcast where every 20 minutes Jordan disappears to play with his charcoal.
Yeah, some say we might go blind off that sort of thing, but
that's all right. That's why we wear glasses.
But anyway, so where were we? Well, we were talking about. No, what were we talking about? We were talking about whinging about video games and how they're not as good as back in our age.
It wasn't that. It's more just. I mean, the beautiful thing is they do pack, and they do patch a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean.
But that being said, though, sometimes it's just nice to be able to go play. Oh, don't have to do a 17 terabyte fucking download.
Isn't it bad? I mean, I just don't like the fact. I mean, to be fair, it didn't happen with this one, but I assume that's the reason why it got downloaded a week ago.
Yeah.
But I hate it when you buy a brand new game, you plug it in, it says, "Oh, we have to patch this." Why? It came out this morning. How do you need to patch it already? What's gone wrong? The worst bit is I'm in New Zealand. I'm one of the first countries that's going to open this sucker. It's like,
yeah, I know. But that's the thing, though. The day one patches are very normal. And especially nowadays, I think what happens too, though, is when you buy the disc is almost just the code that allows you to use it now. Because there's no way it's going to fit the size of thing that you need, the size of the amount of game that you need onto that one thing. And I'm like, and I understand that they've decided to release some stuff, optimize some stuff, but you kind of go, like, bro, if I want to plug this in and it's day one, and if like Australia doesn't have the best internet. Like, I have mates that they started to, I know in Australia, I don't know if they used to always do this, but some games allow you to download the game a couple of days before. So what'll happen is you'll be able to buy it online or buy the disc. You get it on X date, you can install it, but you can't play it, and it won't load up until this date.
That's what happened. We
need it.
Yeah, that's what happens with Scarlet, because it downloaded last Saturday, and I thought, "Ooh, have I got the data?" And I got all excited, thinking, "I've got the data wrong. Can't wait." Jump straight on, click on it, checking the internet. Okay. Don't know why. Checking the internet, I figured, no, it's because it's brand new. It might be just checking to make sure it's the updated version. No, you cannot play this. Go to eStore for details. Like, no, I can. I paid for it. I can play this. Why are you on my device? And then you go on and it says official release date, the 18th. It's like, what's the point of taunting me? Why?
Yeah,
but I understand why, because logically, if especially for a large game that requires 50 gigs to download, that's going to take some time. So having it start the week before would be good, especially for some countries who have sucky internet. But it was just one of those things of, I'm going all week, I'm like, can I try today? It might let me on. And every day I tried. Every day I tried to see if it would sneak me in through the back door. Because the worst bit is that I was seeing people on playthroughs. I'm assuming they must be linked to Nintendo in some way and have gotten the game early, a week ago. But you just see people playing, like, I want to play. This is not fair. It's terrible. You've downloaded the game onto my device and you're just taunting me at this point, Nintendo. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think it'll be like the media people like myself. Whoa. Why all of a sudden I'm hearing double of me?
I don't know.
Blimey, that's horrible.
You come here. What do you want? What do you want?
From Charcoal.
You can tell me which Pokemon you caught afterwards. I'm busy. They were so much cuter when they didn't talk. Oh. And now the dog's coming. What? No, you go away as well. I don't need any of you. Woosah.
Just FYI, my audio might be screwed.
That's fine. It's all right. Well, we got mine recording as well. Yes. All right. Do you want to come up? Do you want to come up and say hi? All right. Oh, all right. Here we go.
Oh, look at him. Look at him.
Look at her. I know. This is the baby of the house. This is Princess. This is Cara.
I want to lick your beard.
No, she's currently telling me because it's 3:30 and we've not been for the second walk yet. So that's why she's coming in to disturb me. And then, she gets fed at 4 o'clock. So that's the reason why she's also coming in to remind me that, there's a schedule. Schedule. Doesn't matter about podcast, be damned. There's a schedule.
No, there's a schedule. I love it. I love how they know it too. They're just like, excuse me, bitch, you're running late.
Oh my God. If I'm working, say there's a work meeting or something coming on, and I'm on the computer, and I'm there, she'll sit at the doorway. and stares at you like, are we forgetting something? It was like, go away, Clara, go. Quickly mute, camera off. Will you go out of here?
The hardest thing is too, though, is you're sitting there, you're trying to go. So the forecast for the next quarter is this, and all you hear is that you can just feel these eyes burning into the side of your head. You're like,
oh no, literally occasionally, because obviously when I get into the zone with work, because it's such tedious, repetitive work, that once you're in a groove, you just go, just because you just know that you're gonna get it done 5 times quicker than stopping doing something else then coming back. And so I do it on, and she'll sit there, and it's like, Cara, do you really think that staring a hole at me is gonna make me stop?
Yeah.
You know, do you really think that it's gonna help? Do you think this is helping the situation? If you can just let me get this done in 10 minutes, I will come and sort you out. But yeah, no, animals, man, they're all weird. And I include
like, no, because then I eat late, then you walk me late, and then I'm like, it throws off my whole circadian rhythm.
Oh, well, to be fair, so apart from today, so yesterday we had the worst thunderstorm I've seen for a while in New Zealand. It was like,
yeah, so have we.
Full on thunder, lightning, and it must have been about a month's worth of rain in the space of about 3 hours. It was ridiculous. It was it was that torrential. I was worried because we have a back door. Yeah. And because we come down the slope, and the way the back garden sits, and that drain's not the best at getting it rid of all the water anyway. And I was like, I thought I'll just poke my head out just to see how bad it is. And then you looked out, and there was a lake there, and I'm like, oh, now we're gonna go check the back door in the garage, please, dear Lord. And luckily, it was below the lip of the door.
Oh my god!
But you know when you're like, oh god. Please.
You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing us looking outside your back door, and there's just glass, and then you just see like Jaws swim past. You're like, fuck.
Honest to God.
So where I used to live. Yeah. So before I lived in this property, we lived in a place called Maribyrnong. Maribyrnong's in Melbourne, Victoria. Feel free to stalk me because I don't live there anymore. But there's a massive Maribyrnong lake that's tidal. It's connected to the sea. You on occasions, if you go like higher up the Maribyrnong, you'll actually see dolphins, and sometimes you get baby bull sharks.
Okay.
Because it's a mixture of the two. But because it's tidal, we had what they call a king tide after getting like 7 or 8 days of rain. My mum lives right on the river there in this like old, like over 55s retirement village thing. So she got flooded.
Oh God!
So there's a row of houses here. Then there's a little bit of a lift, and there's another row, and then there's a third row where my mum lives in. So my mum had water. So my mum had water So what I'm guessing what happened is the water table had risen so much, and because there was so much water trying to go down the drain, that it needed to go somewhere. So it actually came out in the thing in her backyard, in her bathroom, and so it came out through the actual like the drains.
Yeah.
Okay. So she went there yesterday. So I was like, so we haven't had much rain yet until yesterday. But since then, my mum's gone there, and they've literally removed all her furniture. They've pulled the plaster down from about chest height all the way down. They've removed her entire kitchen, so she's literally getting everything. So she's got nowhere to live for 6 months. Sheesh. And I'm like, damn. And that was a lot of rain. And then I said, at least it hasn't rained much since. And I said that to her yesterday because it was her birthday. And then when I was walking down the stairs in my apartment now, all of a sudden I saw this flash. And my first inkling literally was someone took a photo of me. And I'm looking around seeing maybe Cherish is around or something. And I'm like, no. And then it happens again. And I was like, oh my God, is that lightning? And then this thunder happened for, I'm not kidding you, about a minute and a half. To the point where Cherish, in a dead sleep, who is almost impossible to wake up, wakes up and comes to the door and just goes, is that thunder? I was like, yeah. She's like, that was really loud. I'm like, I know, that was massive. And she's like, are we safe? I was like, yeah, you're up on the top floor. You'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to lie down. And she goes back, and then she passes out again. But I'm like, holy bejesus, like to wake her up. And then I came down here, and then speaking of games, I spent $21 on Borderlands 2.
Ooh.
So I love Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 I used to play with Zoe and her partner when we lived together, when all three of us lived together.
Mm.
And I saw it for $6 and I was like, ooh. And because because I got a new hard drive.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kingston for sending me the hard drive. So it's a 2 terabyte M.2. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to put all my games on that. Yeah. That way, that way my other hard drive could be for Cherish and her YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like golden. So I started re-downloading everything and I was downloading it. And I realized that I had a code in my emails for Tiny Tina. So I was like, oh, type that in, hit that, and it starts downloading. And then on the store, it comes up with, oh, Borderlands 2's on special. I'm like, that's like my favorite game. And I've only ever had it on Xbox. I'm like, screw it, I'm going to buy it for $6.24 or $6.49 maybe. Hang on, I've got it open. Yeah, so $6.48. And I was like, fantastic, 75% off, perfect. Scroll down a little ways, and it's got the Handsome collection. And I was like, oh, I'm very handsome. I'll get that. As a joke.
Yeah.
There's 52 items.
Okay.
$21.89. There's a 94% discount on it. Yeah.
94%?
So according to this, it should be $340 and we're paying 21. So in it, there is a lot of crap in there. So for example, there's probably about 15 or so where they are just like, oh, get like, say for example, the Jordan character with a Halloween special or like that. But that's like 15. So you're like, okay, cool. Then there's a necromancer and a psycho that wasn't in the base game, which is another character you can play, which they've now added. There are, I think there's like 15 or 20 little mini games in there as well. So you can find, so there's all these additional things. So there's like the Halloween special. You've got, what is it? Mercenary Day, which is a Christmas one. You've got Bloody Harvest, and all these different like little games. And then you also get this one that I'm guessing where Tiny Tina got its idea from, and it's called Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. So it's like a mini game for that.
Mm.
And I was like, far out, this is awesome. And I'm like, for $21, that's throwaway money. Then at the very bottom, it also says if you buy this pack, you get the pre-sequel as well.
Right.
So the pre-sequel is a whole new game that came out. To this day, probably still one of the best voice acting because it's all done by Australians and Kiwis. So you've got a whole heap of these Australian and Kiwi voice actors. And it's amazing, but it's its own standalone game. Okay. This was released, I think, either in between 2 and 3 or after 3. And I'm like, and they're giving this in this pack for free. It's like, it's on special at the moment for $15. And you get it as part of this pack. So it's like 94% off. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Sounds great.
So,
yeah, it sounds like you're getting the right bargain.
Yeah, so I've already bought it and it's downloading. So I'm like, yes. So I think after I clock off, I'm just going to be like, oh, I got to edit this video, or I can just play Borderlands.
Oh my God! Right.
Did you go out again?
No. Well, it was about to. Luckily, I caught you just in time. But I've just sent you a photo. You will laugh your head off. You see how I've jerry-rigged my rain protection.
Oh God! Here we go. I was going to say we got a special guest as well.
Special guest?
Little Eddie just popped his head and went.
Did he know?
And then ran out.
Did he know? Fabulous, great.
Oh my God, that is ghetto fabulous. So for anybody that is watching,
I'm sure we can stick this photo on. I'm sure.
is literally smoking. This is for the people that don't get to watch it.
Yes. Oh no. I suppose yes.
But Jordan has this little smoker that's adorable and cute.
Yes.
And it's probably, I'm going to go with looking at the picture, probably only about maybe 1 meter by about half a meter, give or take.
Yeah, about that.
He has one of those big outside fuck off umbrellas.
It's a beach umbrella. It's a beach
probably about 3 meters in size, and he's like, "Yep, here you go," and that's his rain protection.
You'll notice for those of you watching on stream, I'm keeping a close eye on it by the window as well.
Oh my God! Like that is like that is ridiculous.
Hey, listen. I'm trying to get this charcoal going, all right? Hey, listen, a Kiwi's gonna. I feel like a Kiwi now. I've found a solution to my problem. Get the beach umbrella out.
It's like, hey, cuz, What are we gonna do, eh? Oh, we'll just put a giant beach umbrella on it, eh? But we don't need one that big. Yeah, but we don't have another one. Just put the beach
I
umbrella.
literally can't put it anywhere else. That's the worst bit.
Yeah, I know. My dad.
Oh, I need to find my other. I have another ground peg. I need to find it. But I was like,
It literally looks like you've wedged it against the house, and
no, I have wedged it against the smoker itself.
Oh no, but I mean the umbrella seems to sit between the house and then your side fence.
It's a little rock garden thing.
Oh,
set up, sort of thing.
Yeah. Jesus Christ! Is that the window, like right on that side of the picture? Is that where you sit?
No. That's no. I'm a few. That's the guest room sort of thing. So yes, I'm keeping an eye from the office window.
Oh man, that's fucking funny though.
Oh man, yeah. But what I'll say, I'm a bit concerned now. So this might be a very short podcast episode this week, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, because obviously Des is busy, I'm busy, and I'm trying to keep things going.
Oh man, there's a game that I really want to buy. It just never seems to be on special. Okay. And it's the most stupid game ever, but for some reason I've seen it played and it just looks fun as hell. And it's Power Washer Simulator.
I've seen it as well. It looks so good because
oh my god, I've seen people play it.
I love power washing anyway, and the fact that they made a game for it's like great. What's wrong with
this? It's like $35, and even on all the discount sites, I can't find it. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, the only game I want at the moment that's on my wish list that hasn't been on offer is Subnautica Zero, because I played Subnautica and quite enjoyed that, and then I found out because basically Subnautica is basically. It's like doing Minecraft, but with a bit of story.
Yeah.
So it kind of works. Whereas the Subnautica Zero is actually like playing a first-person RPG with the same mechanics. So you're underwater most of the time. There's all these monsters.
I've seen somebody played Subnautica, but I've never actually seen someone play this.
Yeah. So Subnautica is Below Zero. It's called, and I enjoyed Subnautica. That was quite good. I quite enjoyed that because it was. Don't get me wrong. I like Minecraft, but. I don't like the. Oh, do what you want. No, tell me what to do. No, you get to do what you like in this game. No.
How about no?
No. Tell me what to do. Tell me where to go. And so they're like, oh, fine. Well, you could go to the Nether. Oh, great, right. And then you get there and you die. It's like, thanks for telling me that. That's great. Sort of thing.
I found one for $36. Australian.
Okay, well, that's not bad.
I don't know if that's.
I think you gotta. I don't know if you have to have the. I don't know if you have to have Subnautica to play Subnautica because it's Below Zero. I don't know. But anyway, eventually when it does go on offer, I'll eventually buy it. But I'm probably gonna do that at the new house. Is my plan.
That's all good. Yeah, no, because I was gonna say because I'm like, oh, I can maybe buy it here.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, no, because I've seen people play Subnautica and it looks like a lot of fun. We have to manage your batteries.
Subnautica is good, but it is a horror game. It is terrifying. Crap will pop out of you for no random reason. And it's like, oh my god.
Is that the one where you have like a knife and you can kind of swipe at fish? And because it's like a hot knife, it automatically cooks them and you just get a food in your...
Yeah, so once you unlock the electric mode of the knife, yes, you can then get cooked fish, which does save the pain and ass of running back and forth to cook it. I will agree. God forbid, it's worth it. But yeah. But no, it is a good game. It's just, as I said, you just sort of... It is randomly terrifying sort of thing. Like you'll suddenly be going along, mind your own business, and then a gigantic thing pops out of nowhere, and you're like, "What the hell? Give me some warning. Give me sort of ominous music. Give me." Oh no! It just gives you the raw about half a second before it's about to attack. It's like, God's sakes! So you end up bolting it.
Yeah, it's like having somebody jump out and go boo, then stab you in the chest. You're like. How? I didn't even have time to think.
Pretty much, yeah.
Blimey,
indeed. So yeah, we are sorry for a bit of a haphazard episode this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we do apologise because there was a fair bit on. We've been
I know a bit busy this week between us all, and it's just been one of those weeks where nothing. Actually, funnily enough, nothing's been happening in the world. Well, nothing major. Apart from horrible disasters here and there and stuff like that. But
I was going to say a small war that's going on.
But apart from that, sort of, it's quite, nothing really much is happening. in our lives. It's pretty much plod along in the moment sort of thing.
Well, yeah, like I think I had the Magic the Gathering thing, and I know by the time you listen to this, guys, I would have been to a friend's wedding, which is on Tuesday.
Very nice.
So Diana and Tom, so Miss Deus Geek, shout out to her. She's getting married to her partner Tom. So we get to go there, which is always nice. I'm going to be like, oh, you get to get all fancied up. And it's weird though, like, so obviously Numbers' wedding was on a Wednesday. Diana's is on a Tuesday. And I got a phone call the other day that one of my best mates, Jeff, is also having his wedding on, I think it's a Thursday. I think it's a Thursday, so I've got most of them. But I'm like, there seems to be this real trend of A, all my friends seem to get married. And B, all of them going, screw it, why should we pay for a Friday, Saturday? It's so expensive.
Yeah.
Let's just have a midweek one.
Honestly, it's going to get to the point of where the industry will just say, you know what, it doesn't matter, you're having the word wedding, and it will be what it is.
Yeah. But so shout out to all the people getting married.
Yes. Shout out to all of them.
Because I'm not.
But anyway.
Far too lazy.
Anyway, I've got to shoot off because my little boy is starting to run into the periphery of vision, so trying to get my attention. So anyway, we'll wrap it up there, guys. As we said, if you do enjoy listening to the podcast, please send us some love and let us know. Like, share, subscribe. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Amazon, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Please make sure you send us some love that way.
We are also on Twitter until it blows up.
On Twitter,
until it blows up, and then it all goes to hell.
Until Elon fires every single person from Twitter, and then we can't access it anymore. But anyway, we'll see.
I still find that funny where Elon Musk is like, "All right, guys, all of you can stay working here, and you've got until this day to tell me, but you're all going to be doing heaps more hours."
Yeah, I'm about to say. I think especially with the blue check mark buy thing, which kind of, although I mean, I think he made like 8 million off that in one day.
So people actually did buy it.
There was like I think it was like 8 million. There was like so many immediately bought it, but of course they're not an actual verified account. And there was a big story about some guy bought one as a pharmacist, and he made a troll account as a major pharmaceutical rep as a support thing, saying that they made the massive decision that they're going to give away free medicine for something, and it caused all their stocks to plummet. They plummeted by like 30-odd%.
I mean, like I think, like, didn't we have Twitter Blue or something like that? Twitter Blue allowed you to have a few extra, or allowed you to have similar features, I think, to verify. So if you made a post,
if you select as a premium, if you select as a business account, you can pay for premium and all this jazz. But
because I know that Fid and a few other people had Twitter Blue, which allowed them to like edit stuff and do a few things. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just try to push that rather than give them a checkbox? Because in the checkbox, literally looks like
cheap, easy money.
It is verified.
Cheap, easy.
Yeah, no, but it look. But you've got all the same features as Blue. Now you've just got like a little tick.
Yeah. Right.
Jordan's just getting sidetracked.
I am, because the rain's starting up again, so I'm going to have to shoot off, ladies and gentlemen.
All good, man. All good.
I want to say a big thank you to all our recent listeners and subscribers. Thank you very much. We do see you on the analytics. Hello, welcome. And we can't wait to...
thanks,
if you have any
Jeff, for listening to that episode
to randomly talk about, let us know. And I think next week it might be Reddit stories. Let's discuss that.
Oh man, I saw some great Reddits. One of the Reddits that I saw today actually was what was it? Twitter and Instagram requests are their own special beast. FYI, no Gary, I will not fart in a jar and send it to you. I'm like, A, you're weird, Gary. B, how do you fart in a jar and make sure you capture it? And B, why do you want to smell somebody's farts?
Oh my god, that's mental. Right, anyway.
And more importantly, how much money can you sell? I fart all the time, man. I'd be a millionaire by now. No?
And on that note, we're going to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us here on Dorks Down Under. I've been your host, Jordan, followed by my co-host, Dez. Thank you for joining us.
Dez.
Bye-bye, guys.